hear the thunder? This better be good.
Up here with Grand Potatoes on the bottom. This is our first game of the day, obviously. So we've got a PTT versus a TPT.
Yeah, where is Reed?
Hey, can you hear me, Reed?
I can hear you. How you doing?
Sweet.
I was just letting you go through your thing. It sounded good.
I'm doing my discount Nova impression, trying to get some backstory. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. The top team has the PVT first, so I'm kind of interested to see how that's gonna go.
Okay.
If Nova does it right, he can maybe bleed into the next wave, and Jurzal can get a nice clean, clean matchup. It all depends. I know that Joe tends to like to bio in PvT. I think he's not afraid to go tier 2 and try to air a Protoss, but I know it's generally his preference. And I know why too. His bio is quite strong. I know that generally people would give the advantage to Protoss in PvT, but he finds a way generally to make bio work. So. See how it goes.
My settings set up here. Yeah, no, I think you're right.
Yeah, you do your thing.
It's I know Joe sometimes can be a wild card on his Terran builds. You know, like you saw some Banshees in the series versus us, but for the most part, he's a pretty safe.
There he is.
Technical
player.
Hello. So.
What's up?
Not too much for sure. Okay, everyone in top team is tier 1. I thought it was in house at first, but then I realized looks like Andrei is going tier 2.
I was like, but then I wanted to watch.
Force out a 2-2 play from maybe Temilian by opening with some air.
Sorry, I just realized I had a dual audio going there. So
Yeah, no worries.
All right.
Joe on +0 attack. He might actually win even with +0 attack. But we'll see. Oh, looks like the +1 armor from Nova takes it. And we'll see how much damage he can do to Alien now. Stalker looked to be doing pretty good. Even if he doesn't buy Blink, the Adepts are still going to get distracted and fire at the Stalker. So. Alright, Jurzal also opted to stay on +0 attack.
These guys, I think, are pretty evenly matched. I mean, they play together all the time. You know what to expect.
I would agree. Yeah.
It's probably gonna come down to...
Yeah, I was super interested to watch this game. That's why I wanted to come and cast. I think they're pretty evenly matched for sure.
So we just saw Leaked Investors come off a 4-0 loss to Kittens. And then Tato just
so Joe's Marines walked in front of his Marauder. It's not the best. Especially in PvT matchups, whoever can leak, you can mess up the Terran's formation. Protoss just really has an easy time.
Yeah.
And now, I don't know what Alien's gonna do. He's about to get run over pretty hard. Oh, he did buy Blink. I was curious if he was gonna buy Blink and try to save the bunker. And it looks like he is going to opt to do that. Because if he can save some Stalker, he's got 3 Stalker staved. That's a lot of HP. A lot of HP there.
So are we seeing triple T?
Okay, Andrei did not finish tier 2. Yeah, it's triple tier 1. Andrei canceled tier 2. I know he opened with it earlier.
I wonder if
so now bottom team's going to win and leak into Nova, which means that Joe's going to be able to hit in formation. And I think that might actually be enough for Joe to win. Oh no, he did a corner build. Okay, the rest of the bio wound up showing up, so that's not too bad. I would love to see Joe probably not build in the corner, because now he just, the other bio kind of has the time to show up and combine forces. Alright, and now Andrei's in a bit of trouble. I mean Alien, sorry. He He's already bought Blink on the previous wave to save the bunker, and now that just puts him down quite a few minerals that he needs to fight bio. I would love to say maybe he could Blink in front of the Adepts, but Jurzal's got, well, okay, I guess he's only got 4 Marauder. Maybe try to preserve the life of the Adepts a little bit.
But Joe's still
Oh
back.
my god, Temilian just wrecked him.
Bunker could be taking quite a bit of damage here. Looks like they were able to save it.
Yeah, this game is like quickly winding out of control for bottom team.
Yeah, they really need a T2 to help that bio, scan for the sentries there, which they're not getting, which is really hurting, I think. I wonder if that was a conscious decision or if they miscommunicated on T2. I don't know. Andrei saved his stim there. He's only got
He did.
2 stalkers left with heavy
Gonna
Marauder.
try.
Isn't gonna help too much.
Yeah, the real thing that I'm concerned about is, like, even at, like, he is dealing with leak, yes, but he's losing his waves super hard because he has the Marine Marauder. It's really, at least in my opinion, it's really just worse than Reaper Marauder. And now these Adepts have a really nice time cutting down Marines. Especially because Nova's on +1 attack. So we'll see what happens. I mean, Alien is trying. He does have Blink. He can still kind of hang out around the cannon. But it's, I think, just going to die.
Yeah, that Terran DPS is just too much.
But we'll see what happens. And I mean, I'm not gonna straight up call it yet because who knows? The bottom team could maybe Andrei because he has all those Marines versus Temilian who has essentially no anti-air. Maybe Andrei could sell. It's possible he could sell into some air, maybe some libs, maybe some BC. I'm not quite sure. But as it stands, if they keep doing what they're doing, I mean, just because it's a Protoss and T-Terran versus a Protoss and T-Terran, it's probably just over as it stands.
Once you get behind with those double Terran builds, it's tougher to come back.
I know, it's so hard. It's so hard. Oh, Disruptor fires twice.
Yeah, I know we got two volley disruptors.
I think it's safe to say top team is cheating. Disruptor firing twice is definitely not fair. So. But yeah, that's what I would like to see. I'd love to see Andrei. I think he probably should have started tier 2 the moment the bunker went down. But he's starting it right now. I would love to see him sell just because his wave has 0 anti-air. Okay, it has 1 Marine. Temilian has 1 Marine. So he actually started to... Oh, Joe is the one. Oh no, Joe just started adding lips. He didn't sell anything. Okay. Still kind of interesting. What? Sorry, what was that? Andrei, what?
Just about done with tier 2, so we'll see what he decides.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what he'll do. Okay, Jurzal is adding Raven. So, that is going to be something Andrei would have to contend with if he decided to sell. I'm curious to see if he buys any upgrades. He's still 1-1. Temilian's already 2-2. So, he is buying upgrades. Okay, so it looks like Andrei's just going to stay bio. And he's just going to hope that at some point in time, Alien's going to be able to, defeat his wave versus Jurzal. I don't know if that's the right call. I think fighting as Protoss from behind is real hard. Yep. I think Terran just has pretty much all the tools they need to sustain that advantage.
Yeah, I mean, if Andrei keeps bio and Jurzal keeps getting anti-armor missiles off, it's the bio versus bio.
Sure. I like that disruptor shot. He killed 3 stalker. And they're gonna see if they can save a lib. Let's see if a lib's gonna be good enough. I mean, it is gonna help to kill a lot of the bio, but okay.
Though, 'cause it's, after this
Pretty nice blink actually out of Alien. He's gonna take down the tank in some of the air. But the problem is, okay, Andrei is 2-2. Temilian's already got a lib out though. That DPS is just so nice out of a lib.
Yeah, the thing with Joe trying to save libs is, he's into his own wave, of course, and then he's got 2 Terrans right after with just so much DPS.
It's true.
It's hard to keep him alive.
That's true. Okay, Nova's already started carrier. I mean, you know how I feel about carrier, but it'd probably work in this scenario just because it's not like Joe full sold. He still has some bio. So, alright, he's got some nice sieges actually. Okay, a lot of the bio went down. Okay, Alien's working on trying to blink out of the lib zones. Pretty nice, actually. Alright. And
So now we got some
I
good
think
stuff with Temilian.
Temilian's libs are just too good, man. They just help out too much with DPS. And I mean, and he's sieging in the right spot too. His even though he is Reaper pushing the enemy bio back, he's not having to re-siege his libs. So he's definitely sieging at the right range. Alright. Joe's saving all 5 liberators, it seems. Alien gonna blink forward. He's on 2 armor. Actually kinda like that versus carrier.
So Alien had a good shot there. He was able to take out Nova's disruptor.
Okay, those are actually pretty decent disruptor shots. I would love to see Joe not siege the lib like that, but that's fine. He's gonna save 3.
Yeah.
We'll see how that does. Alright, and he does siege. Okay. Maybe have been slightly faster, but
He's
anything he can do to take down these Marines is really gonna help out Joe.
Yeah, Jurzal's libs are able to split up Andrei's army and allow Temilian to fight. Basically
Yeah.
the army versus half of Andrei's bio army. So that's a pretty tough situation there.
Alright, Joe's got he's got a BC now. It's gonna slow down the enemy army. Nova's already on +3 carrier. I actually like it, even though he only has 2 carrier. Okay, those are some really nice sieges out of Joe this time. I would love to see Andrei maybe blink into those libs, yeah. Just try to kill any of them to preserve some of Andrei's Marines.
So Temilian, we see he's got 3-3 in his bio now. And Andrei's still on 2-2.
Yeah, he does. I know. It's crazy. You can afford 3-3 bio even with 3 Liberators and a Viking. And Andrei has 2 Raven. I don't know if he wants 2 Raven. I think I would rather just get the 3-3.
So we just saw Nova get his first gas around 1320. Temilian just got his first just now too. Looks like they're just trying to keep the pressure on there and get a solid control of the mid.
So I'll occasionally be popping up if my dogs look like they're gonna bark. Just to save everyone's eardrums. Alright, those are some good sieges out of Jurzal. He's annihilating a lot of the bio. Oh man. I would love to see. I don't know. I still think Andrei should have just sold at some point in time, but it's just me.
We've got triple carrier with lids stacking with him, taking out that stalker.
Yeah.
So it's gonna get.
Temilian's not on 2 attack, but you know what? He doesn't really need it. He's still killing all the stalker.
So yeah, I mean, I was interested to see how this was going to pan out because we saw so Leaked Investors lose 0-4 to the Kitties, and then we saw Potatoes beat Chill Mode 3-0, but Chill Mode went 2 against the Kitties, so it's kind of a hard to guess like who's going to be in an advantage here. But
it's true. A lot of times games are won or lost in the first few minutes, so it's like this game in particular. It could easily have gone the other way, right? Remember when Alien managed to save some Stalker and stack them, and then they took mid? I think ultimately the problem was Andrei's Marines, right? Because when everything was sort of equalized again, Andrei just kind of lost to his wave, and then like any amount of leak out of Temilian is really bad for Joe, because it means that Joe can't hit in formation, right? He hits out of formation against the Protoss, and then like sometimes that's the entire game is just that, right? So
yeah, that decision to not go T2 from the bottom team early, it's like especially when you're planning on going bio versus Protoss.
Yeah, he had already started it, right? Like he paid the minerals for it, and then he canceled it at some point. Okay, he stole all his bio.
Really
Actually, I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. Try to let the yeah, okay. Oh.
Right.
If base had lived, I wouldn't have minded it. But that was a really good game, I gotta say. It was very close in the beginning, and I think just once you had like armies stacking into the next wave, it just snowballed out of control. Again, I still think any of these teams could make it through. They're all strong players. So I did actually like to see no tier 2 Terran in the TVP in either one. And I think that at this level, a lot of players just know what to do as Protoss versus Terran Air.
Yeah, for sure. And it's at this level,
you know, they sell their adepts and they mass Stalker, and
yep.
everyone can blink Stalker at this level. So
we see Andrei go with an immediate gas, which usually indicates they're going to go for the tier 2 Lib Raven stack.
Wow. Okay.
Let's see.
I'd be interested. So I don't think I really have paid much attention to Andrei in his 2/2 Terran play.
Yeah.
I don't know how good it is. I'm curious and I'm excited.
And it looks like we got Alien expecting bio from Jurzal. And he noticed the build on this side, so he moved to the other side so we can get that.
Yeah. It's so interesting to me. Nova, like most players, and I'm not saying that Nova's doing anything wrong. By any means. But I feel like most players will open just pure Stalker on the first wave and then maybe start adding a few adepts afterwards. Nova appears he likes to open with the adepts and then add the Stalker after. Maybe he prefers playing against the Terran Air and he wants to entice it. I don't know.
Yeah. So it looks like we'll get some.
Alright, so the funny part is Alien making so many adepts is actually just going to allow Temilian to stack his Marauder through a full wave.
So we got 2 Ravens out of Andrei to start. So we've got that. Well, nothing from Temilian to shoot it, but Nova, of course, getting a few Stalkers in there.
Yeah. It is going to allow him to keep the Raven back for a long time. I would love to see Andrei use his energy. Okay, he's gonna let a Raven die without casting Interference Matrix. I don't know exactly what that's about, but he does cast anti-armor. So that's a thing. Alien's back to the exact same scenario he found himself in last game, which is he has to buy Blink to make sure that he can preserve some of his units.
Yeah, and it's interesting. Like, I mean, eventually, Alien went front to catch the liberty from Andrei, but he's got
Yeah.
Sentry Adept here a little bit. So, like right there, it would have been good if he had pure Stalker, and then he could have went back and got a little stack.
Yeah, blink black against the Protoss. I agree. I think knowing that the Terran was going to be tier 2 in lane 1, I would have liked to see him make just pure Stalker. Just assume the first 3 or 4 waves are going to be lost. And do your best to maybe blink off these adepts, right? Because Nova hasn't sold his adepts yet.
So I think
He would get a nice little... Oh!
Triple anti-armor.
Okay, he has a...
Which I don't know if was intentional or not.
He's not back blinking against the adepts. I don't know about that. I would even just sell my adepts and everything and just go pure Stalker. Because it's a bit of a gift that Nova isn't selling his adepts. They're really nice for blinking off of. Okay, Nova sold his adepts now.
I know how frustrating
it is
TVTs to get into a stack situation because it's like nothing you do is gonna win it. So you just gotta playing for the long run, I guess. But...
Okay, so Andrei noticed that they're all tier 1, and he made a Banshee. I don't mind it. I would have liked to have seen 2 Banshee, just because, I mean, you're going to see tier 2 now, and I would have liked to have seen, like, maximum pressure, but I guess 1 Banshee is still going to do some nice work. Okay, Alien is back blinking now, so he is going to try to stack at bunker as best he can.
It is tough with that many Stalkers.
Okay.
The Banshee's annoying, but it just slowly whittles down. It doesn't really do too much damage actually. But
yeah, for sure.
Now we've got nothing to shoot it, so this might be a little turn right here.
Yeah, I agree. 5 Stalkers stacked, minimal damage on Joe's bio, plus a Banshee. So we'll see what happens. I mean, the problem is like Nova's pure Stalker, so he can just backblink, right? Like he can just backblink, and then now he's gonna have cannon cover for Andrei's turrets.
Yep.
Right?
We'll see if Andrei can get some
yeah, I actually like what he just did. I'd like to see him drop the turrets. He'd manually, like right under.
That was good though. I mean, he waited for the side.
That was good. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm impressed. Andrei has some good tier 2 control.
But now Nova's got Stalkers to help with the depths.
Yeah, that's rough. I would love to see it blink forward to kind of preserve some of the adepts once the Stalker die. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Yeah. Alien still got it covered. What are his upgrades? Alien does have +1 attack. Okay, so he's more than just armor. Joe's on 1-1, Temilian's on 2-2. So Temilian opted to go tier 2. Maybe anticipating that this was gonna snowball out of control. I don't know. Ooh, okay, so Nova did blink forward, not quite. A little bit, his army, because he set up rear, just couldn't quite get there in time. But maybe it won't matter. Looks like he's going to... Okay. Andrei with some really good control. Interference matrix, 1 Stalker at a time. So Nova doesn't get an easy time back blinking. Now his Liberator are fighting the bio. And, you know, this might... That was a lot of Stalker that stacked. This is probably...
Yeah, if those Adepts aren't shooting Marines, they're really
real bad. Yeah. They have less than half the DPS. Yeah, less than half. Their DPS gets reduced by more than 50% shooting at Stalker. So we'll see what happens. I mean, Bunker did go down. So the bottom team, it looks like Andrei opted to gas, but aside from him, all of the other players on the bottom team have a mineral advantage. That just got wiped away.
Yeah, Temilian just...
He opted to save all of his energy and not save cannon.
Yeah.
And then he got all of his Raven feedbacked without casting it, though. That is a lot of libs. That's going to help out a lot for Sabaya. Okay, I mean, they're sieged in a good location. They're gonna completely flank the bio on the left side. Alright, he's gonna blink forward, killing off the Jurzal's Liberator. This is a good game. Both bunkers are down. Alien's Disruptor might get a second shot here. And it does. That's pretty brutal. Looks like the first and second game are both disqualified. Nova cheated with 2 Disruptor shots, and now Alien does.
And Joe is just still going for Marauder Reaper, which just devastates those Stalkers for next.
Yeah, it does. It looks like he is going to add a couple Marines. Is going to start trying to make sure he gets some backup anti-air. I would love to see Andrei just go tier 3 and get ranged libs. Just like stop adding and just go for the maximum like micro potential. But I don't know. I mean, like right now, I would say the same thing that I said the first game, which is only reverse. Whereas Andrei was now fighting from behind, but versus an opponent that has 0 anti-air.
Yeah.
Temilian looks like although, I mean, it looks like Temilian's not going to sell any bio. He's just going to start adding the Liberators and just hope that he's going to be able to stack them versus Joe's very minimal anti-air.
I think they'll be trying to stack off the Stalkers that are pushing right now. And then hopefully get some reinforcements from Nova to help clean up Joe's army. But that bio army just does so much damage to everything. So let's see how they plan on getting out of this. Now we've got range upgrade from Andrei.
Yeah, it does. DPS is just so strong.
Got some staggered shots.
Alright, Andrei did exactly what I was talking about. He just went tier 3 immediately. And now he can fight the bio really well. He kills basically all the Marines. Oh my god, 2 Disruptor shots again. Okay, this time though, Joe's bio might clear the Raven Lib. It's looking like it will to me anyway. And then, I mean, that's a start. That's a start. Oh boy. I don't know. I guess. I don't know what I would like to see here. It doesn't look like Temilian wants to sell his bio. And the more time passes, the more anti-air Joe's going to have. He already has 3 Viking to go with his line of Marines.
Yeah, those Vikings get so annoying because it's like the last thing everything shoots.
Yeah, nothing targets them, right? Like, nothing targets them. They just sit there. They're like immortal. They're like medevacs. So, I mean, Nova has already started to make Phoenix.
Even Phoenix, I mean, Marines will target them if they're in range, so it's...
Yeah. I know during my game when I had my Phoenix back, people didn't understand why, but that's essentially my reasoning. Was I didn't want my Phoenix walking forward and dying to Marines.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. It's like you want them to cover the libs to save them, but then if they are front, they just get wiped out right away, so it's definitely not as effective as
Yeah. I mean, plus, Alien's making the army that he needs to try to prevent, do like maximum damage, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You know, he's got the army composition.
I know Alien likes to go carriers a lot in this situation, but it looks like we're just seeing Void Race for now.
Yeah. Maybe, I mean, I don't mind it. Like, a couple Void Ray to start off. Carrier take a long time, right? Tier 3 is expensive. It takes time to research. You know, sometimes you just want to make sure that you keep the game unlocked. So even maybe Void Ray might not be what you want, but they're just something you can put on the field right away. Yeah, man. You know, I gotta say, when we started the match, I said I didn't know how Andrei's 2-2 Terran is. It's really good. It's really good. He sieges like max range. He's killing Thor. He's doing everything.
He had a few, you know, mass anti-armor shots there, but overall he's got some good sieges.
Yeah, it's true. I was concerned at first, but yeah, he's doing good.
So we've still got no gas from the top team at 13.5 minutes.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Just every, you know, the more time passes, the harder it's going to be to try to stack Temilian's libs. So the real problem is that at this point in time, when they do stack libs from Temilian, they don't help all that much, right? Like Andrei doesn't have really a ground army.
Yeah, there's nothing to siege on, and obviously the lib air-to-air attack is not really doing too much.
Yeah, pretty abysmal. I mean, you know, you never want to call it too early, but it looks like we're going for a 1-1 in this best of 5. I'm excited. That means more games to watch, more games to cast. I think that Andrei's team, or Alien's team, I don't know who the team captain is for their team. Maybe it was Joe. I can't remember. But yeah, it looks like they just have the right matchup this game, where the bottom team, even if they try to stack, it's just not really what they need. You know, stacking the libs isn't really going to do it for them. You know.
At least we have some.
I mean, he can siege up and fight Thor, I guess.
They all just get disabled though when it's a clean
I know.
matchup.
And I don't know what he should have stacked. Maybe Raven would have been an easier or a more useful stack. And then, you know, maybe some turrets would have helped out Nova more than Liberators. I'm not 100% sure. That's tough to say, though. I mean, I wasn't talking about that earlier on because I 100% didn't even notice until they actually managed to stack the Raven. I mean, sorry, the Liberator. And it turned out that the Liberator didn't do very much. But, you know. Man, those Marines just like annihilating the Phoenix.
I'm not sure about the Phoenix because in this situation they just skip everything and just go take it out.
Yeah. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what I would have done instead of Phoenix. I mean, I might have viewed them. Well, I would have put them further back, but maybe even just like Void Ray. I'm not 100% sure. I think they're just in a tough spot. I don't think there's necessarily like a super right or wrong answer. I think it's just hard.
We got a lot of Vikings out of Jurzal to help clear out that lib stack, but then it's.
I haven't noticed. Yeah, I don't mind it. Like I don't know what else I would suggest he had. So
It's like maybe a couple.
I think he's trying his best to make the right decision. I mean, the real issue is just at this point they're at 16 minutes, and the bottom team is rich, like really rich. So, okay, Nova's got 3/3 on his carrier. I actually don't mind it. Andrei does have a BC, so I'm not 100% sure how much the carrier is going to do, but
Yeah, and once these Thor start getting pumped out, it's just there's so much damage to any stack that's gonna happen.
yeah, you're not wrong.
Third comeback.
You are not wrong. Okay, the Viking will actually clear the air this time, maybe. No, okay, the Stalker are gonna get involved. But even still. Okay, so nice sieges out of Temilian, max range. Alright, some nice shots out of Nova. Kills basically all of the bio, so his Phoenixes live this time.
So yeah, I mean, Nova he's pumping out Phoenix to keep the Vikings off the river here, so it's kind of a necessary sacrifice, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
We got some carriers at Alien. There are a lot of Thor.
There are.
And a lot of Vikings.
Yeah, he's on 0 armor though. So his mech kind of melts pretty quickly to all of these like low damage, high attack speed Protoss air units.
I would kind of like to see some Templar out of Alien, maybe, just to help get those Vikings that are sitting there taking out the air. But overall, they're in a pretty good position.
And Nova's doing a good job, I'd say, avoiding the lib zones. Andrei sort of opting to siege like directly center.
Yeah.
I don't know. The problem is, like at this point, Stalker are just like so outclassed as a unit. They just like don't have the DPS to do very much.
I don't envy Nova. It's like you gotta hit disruptor shots, you gotta micro your stalkers.
It's true. Yes, you have to do like everything. Oh, he sold a carrier. I don't. Okay, he's opting for Immortal and more Stalker.
Okay.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it. He's doing what he's got to do.
Now Joe's starting to pump out full as well. It's just
Yeah.
more dire.
I would love to see Temilian just make only Thor from now on. Because, I mean, what Nova really needs? He needs help. He needs help versus this like mech Terran air army. You know,
Yeah, for sure.
like Nova can start adding Immortal. He can do his best to fight the Thor, but he really needs help shooting up.
Yeah. At this stage of the game, PvT is just basically unwinnable by yourself.
Yeah,
Out of stack.
yeah, I would agree. But we'll see. Yeah, and then I mean the problem is then Jurzal's fighting all 3 of his opponent's units, right? Like all 3 of them are represented there by the time his army shows up, so he can do his best, but they sort of just crush him and push back to base.
Yep.
Alright, all 3 of those disruptor shots land. The Immortal are doing a good job versus the Thor. There's no Phoenix left over to protect the Liberators. Alright, sieges are max range, I like it. He's hitting Thor. And yeah. Well, I don't mind them playing it out. I definitely would also play it out if it were me. You know, want to give yourself every chance to maybe make a comeback.
Yeah, tourney games are kind of a unwritten etiquette to just finish it out, even if you know you're probably...
Yeah, let your base die.
Yeah.
Coming up in 25 minutes, soon the waves are going to start to speed up.
Yeah, those...
Not sure how easy it's going to be for the top team to stack once that happens. Okay, nice blink.
Yeah, once you get T4 Marauders and Thor, it's just way too much DPS.
Yes. Alright, and some nice sieges out of Temilian. He sieges at max range. He is hitting Thor. It's going to kill a lot of the Thor.
Nova trying to creep around and get some of those back in, but it's
Yeah, he's doing his best.
the next wave just shows up so fast.
Alright. Now, if Jurzal he has 3 armor now for his mech. He is going to kill a lot of the Protoss air, which I'm not going to lie, the Protoss air is the dangerous part.
Alien had some good shots from the disruptors on the floor, though, just to help take him out a little quick.
Yeah, I would love to see Temilian put his Liberators in front of his other stuff, so that way he doesn't have to resiege them, but it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, Joe with a little more control over the anti-armor missiles there. Just...
Yes, yeah, those were some nice shots for sure.
I don't blame him. It's a lot to micro with Ribs and Ravens, so...
Yes, it is.
I just give him a
Yeah.
hard time with the anti-armor missiles. Overall, he's getting the job done, so... Good job, Andrei.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep, now we got Lib Carrier, Thor, all stacking. These Immortals are going to start base here too.
Well, I'll see what happens. Thor is sort of sealing the deal right now.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of time now.
Yeah. I mean, Stalker are good units for like blinking forward. Their damage isn't like inconsequential, but they just don't kill things like Thor fast enough, and it's hard. It's really hard. Hey, Jurzal's Viking are actually going to kill a lot of the Liberator.
Looks like
It's not the worst thing.
everybody's ready for-
Liberator are the highest DPS units.
Yeah. That's it right here.
It was a good game. It was a good game.
GG, well,
Top team throwing out the well played.
for sure, pretty decisive response.
And I gotta say,
1-1.
it was really well played by both teams that game.
Game 3, here we go. We'll see which mirror strategy they go with. I know those, double stalker with the PvP just gets nerve-wracking on who can get the stat closer to their own cannon.
I'm really curious. Especially because I still don't know what's the best approach out of lane 1. I don't know if the best approach is saving money, gassing, going tier 2. I don't know what the best approach is.
Yep. So
But already, lane 1 is just making bio. It doesn't look like they're saving very much. Okay, no. Andrei stopped at 3 Marauder. He didn't make the additional Reaper, so he will lose. He will lose this wave.
looks like we got stalkers.
And now it becomes a big guessing game. Like, does Andrei ever add additional... Oh, he's starting tier 2.
So Nova, looks like he's going some zealots in there. So he might just try to just straight up win and start to push.
Huh.
He
I
obviously
don't
can't get that.
know about that decision, but... I mean, maybe it works out for him. I have no idea. If that's the case, Jurzal's going to want to keep adding units and winning.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't want to lose his wave anymore if Nova's going to have zealots. They're going to just want to go for, like, maximum push.
We do see Andrei going tier 2 here in the TVT.
Sure.
And,
Joe opted for pure Marauder. It's going to lose to the Marauder Reaper combination. Andrei has Liberator. It's kind of interesting. Jurzal is going to win this, but he's going to leak a Liberator.
So that will give
I'm so
Joe
fascinated.
splitting up the zealots from the stalkers here on Nova's.
Yeah. I mean, I have to give currently the advantage to Alien's team just because he is the one who's going to get a blink back basically every wave.
Right.
And then on top of getting that blink back, he's likely to have a Liberator assisting him. Okay, Nova's going to blink forward to kill the Lib. He's going to lose his Stalker for it. Oh, I don't know about that blink out Alien. Okay, no, it turned out fine. It turned out fine. Now the question is, why is Joe... Okay, he is spending all his money, never mind. I thought he was banking money.
So I think we are triple T1 out of the top team as well. I wonder if we'll notice and try to...
Okay. Jurzal is just adding Marines. He's going to try to fight this tier 2 Terran with Marines. It's going to get harder and harder to do. Nova does get some really nice blinks and doesn't even take one shot on his Stalker. And now Alien's going to have to deal with the fact that he got no blink back. And Nova has a composition that's going to do a better job killing his Stalker.
But Joe's army's going to catch up before Temilian.
It is going to catch up, yeah.
That's
Going to catch up immediately.
When you're pushed on your side in this mirror, you get the reinforcements quick.
Yeah. The more time passes... So here's the deal. Currently, I say heavy advantage for the bottom team. They're getting the blink backs, they're getting the stack. It's working out in their favor. But the longer it takes them to create an army capable of pushing and killing bunker, the better this is going to be for the for Andrei, right? Andrei's team, Joe and Alien. Because more and more and more.
Yeah, and those zealots just keep allowing Alien to further blink back.
Yes. And at this point, he's also just... I mean, the thing is, Zealot don't actually fight Stalker that well without the like Zealot Stalker combination to help DPS down. Because
do you think if Nova went tier 2, he could have caused some trouble there?
Maybe. Like, if he was going to make Zealots anyways, I think Zealot Disruptor is quite strong. I really do. I think it's basically the only way I have ever managed to fight the mirror matchup in PvP and do, like, anywhere halfway decent is just Zealot Disruptor. That seems to be the only way I've ever found to force the... okay, Alien's adding Zealots now. Looks like he wants to start stacking with the Liberators.
But we have both Andrei and Alien are both front. Everybody's front in the bottom team. So I don't know if that's what I want to do.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I think you'd like to see...
I'm not even gonna... I don't know what's best, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is like a little bit uncharted territory, this type of mirror matchup.
Yeah.
So, both teams seem... I mean, Joe, I think, has a better mixture of Reaper Marauder, and so he's... maybe not, I don't know. I guess Alien's just doing a better job preserving his Stalker. Man, it's so brutal now. Jurzal's got Marines, and they just get delayed so long by Andrei's ground army, and then the Liberators just do such a good job mowing them down.
But Nova was able to
Okay.
keep most of his army pretty undamaged there.
Yes, yeah. This is looking really good for Nova.
And now I think Nova will get the blink back onto their side.
Yeah, what are the upgrades? Nova's got 1 armor and 1... Whoa, Alien is tier 2. He's tier 2. He hasn't made any tier 2 units yet, but I imagine they're coming.
Yeah, we'll probably see some...
He opted to get +2 attack before the Disruptor. Joe's gonna need to kill enough of this wave so they don't lose bunker.
Yeah.
And if he can do that, I would give bottom team a really nice advantage. just because aliens managed to find the space to get tier 2. I don't imagine Nova's going to get tier 2. And he might get it now that he sees the disruptor. But it's going to be late. Oh my god, Jurzal. He just did not care, he just kept making Marines until he won.
He's got +2 Marines here.
I'd actually love to see it blink forward to preserve the disruptor, but he's gonna preserve it anyway.
So we'll see the shot here.
Okay, he nabs 3. He gets 3, that's not bad. Any sort of blink black he can get to get the bunker involved, it's gonna be nice.
So Andrei's got this one Reaper up front. I'm not sure if he meant that, because it kind of kept the leak away from the cannon there, so I don't know.
Oh, sure. Okay, looks like the Stalker stack is gonna be enough. It's gonna blink forward even. I like it. Any amount of damage Joe can do is really gonna help out Andrei. I don't know why Andrei is making so many Raven. They don't actually do that much versus Marines.
Yeah,
I would love to see him just like... Yeah, I don't know what
really
the...
help for libs because they're one-shotting all the...
Yeah, and he has most of his DPS in Liberator. That shot was a little far. But like he has 5 Liberator, he just needs to make like Reaper. He just like masses Reaper, and I'm pretty sure the game just kind of ends. But
so Nova got his own disruptor, and Alien
ooh,
shot a little bit too
that blink
early.
forward. He did. Yeah, the disruptor wasn't the best. We'll see what happens. Temilian's got 2-2. That's probably going to be the difference.
He's got a lib, and
Joe does not have. Okay, he just got 2 attack. But he started that fight without 2 attack.
Yeah, I think Temilian recognized Joe was just all Marauder Reaper. Got that lib out there.
I don't know what the point of these Raven are. Like imagine if those 2 Raven, right? They cost tier 3. Like he could have just gotten ranged Liberator instead of 2 Raven. Now Alien's forced to use his disruptor shots on Bio. It's so rough.
Yep.
Nova now has his tier 2 up and running. Okay, he only just manages to kill Disruptor. Alien manages to dodge with all of his Stalker.
Nova's got a...
Joe's still on 1 armor. I don't know if he'll buy 2. Okay, he buys 2 for the Bio fight. I do like that. I would love to see Alien blink into the Lib right now, just to try to DPS it down. I don't know why Andrei is sieging so early. He really wants his Liberator to be involved in the fight.
He does have T3 now, but there's just so many Marines to take out. He's got those annoying Vikings.
Yeah, the Vikings are really nice. I don't know about that blink forward at Alien. I would have liked to see him go hang out by the Liberator. But it's fine. All these, like, it's so hard. You gotta just kind of trust your instinct. Is this enough to kill the bunker? Probably not, just because Andrei did manage to show up in time, but I would love to see Andrei siege onto the units. Yeah, okay, there we go. Now he's doing it. He's gonna kill a lot of the Marines now because he actually landed. Oof, the anti-armor missile. Wow, that anti-armor missile. Blink forward, Alien. Yeah, there you go. Okay, now if the Liberator can get involved,
So I think
and they are.
Nova got 2 and 1. Not too much.
Okay, Nova got a blink forward, killing the Liberator. I think Joe's in trouble from the Liberator, the opposing Liberator.
Yeah, at this stage when there's that much bio out and you start adding greens and fight it's hard for him to
Yes, it's so hard.
kind of need like
And again, like these, I don't understand the point of not blinking the Stalker forward. Like, those Liberator are really important to save. Nova landing his shots, man.
yeah.
That's what he needs to do.
Yeah, those PvP matchups when you have the benefit of having your allies do
Yes. Yeah, especially if one Protoss is forced to use their Disruptor on, like, not in the fight.
right.
You're fighting pretty handicapped. But, yeah, I don't get the point. I don't understand why everybody puts their Phoenix. Like, you can put your Phoenix front, but if you do, you gotta blink forward. Because otherwise your Phoenix just immediately die, and then nothing stops the Viking.
Yeah, I mean I get it, like you need your Phoenix to save the libs. But
Yeah. You want the right units being saved, though. All right, Joe is committing to bio. He's saying, you know, one of these days Temilian's gonna make too many Raven, or he's gonna start adding Thor. And when he does, Joe's saying, I'm gonna kill him.
Nova's been able to keep those disruptors alive for a second shot, and it's just so devastating for that bio.
True. Yeah, he's been doing a really good job. Link forward. Yes, nice. That's really good. Okay, that is a lot of Liberator to save. That is a lot of Liberator to save.
I think Alien probably should have saved his disruptors there. Shot to
I don't know. The Disruptor don't even matter anymore. Just keep the Stalker kind of hanging out around the Liberators, and Liberator are gonna kill all of, like, they're just gonna annihilate everything. Okay, Nova does a good job blinking around to avoid the lib zones. He does a really good job. Okay, three Liberator live. We'll see how Andrei's sieges are. They are decent. He's gonna keep all the Liberator alive. Everybody's ground armor is gonna die. Scan ahead so you can siege. Okay. I would have preferred to scan ahead, but the problem is like Jurzal's not dumb, right? He's just been making Viking and Raven and Thor. So now, even though Andrei has like the tools that he needs to fight what was originally just a pure bio army, he no longer has the tools to like deal with Jurzal's anti-air. So this game is looking real rough. And the man, the mirror match out of the PvP is just like Alien's just gonna get destroyed over time if he has to fight bio first. Bio and Lib and Thor.
I've also only got one gas that I've bought.
But Andrei's sieges are really good. He's sieging max range. It's true. Yeah, it looks like Joe opted for a gas. I don't mind it.
I mean, I think it's, you know, obviously what they need is to get one dude to stack and push, but
Yes, yeah.
you know, leaves you a lot of team.
See, imagine if a couple Phoenix just like didn't run straight into Maroons.
hard to see when there's that many like little, animation explosions going off. There's only one of them. You can kind of sneak it in there and get away with it.
Yeah. Okay, the sieges are good out of Andrei again, but the sieges are also good out of Temilian, so... Okay, all of the Thor will die. That's a big deal. That's exactly what Andrei needs. He does need to scan forward, though. He needs to scan forward, and he needs to start up Thor. Like, just pure Thor. He has all of the anti-ground he could ever desire. Like, all of it.
Even if he's not going Thor, he honestly could probably use some more Ravens. Just let the bio walk under and then get some turrets.
Yeah.
Disable the matrices to
Okay. Alien does have a good amount of Immortal. It's going to kill a lot of Stalker. Oh my god. That Disruptor shot out of Nova. Is Joe 3-3? I don't think he is. Oh, he is. Wow. Dude, Joe's actually getting the upgrades he needs at the time when he needs them. Problem is Nova's 2 Disruptor shots there were just so much better than Alien's 1 shot. Also, they're kind of poor by comparison. But man, like, I don't understand. Like, even if you put the Phoenix front, like, blink forward, like, help them a little bit to live.
Yeah, Nova's hitting some really good Disruptor shots here. He's obviously in a
Nova's starting up Carrier. I do like it. It's going to help him a lot in his PvP, and it's going to hurt Joe quite a bit.
Yep. Yeah, those Marines will just sit back and shoot those carriers and split up his army.
Yes.
Which is obviously not what you want in PvT. What can you do?
Man, I don't even know what to do. The bottom team is gassing now. You know, I guess I would have loved to have seen like 2 less Liberators out of Andrei for like even just 1 Thor. I think it would have helped him out a great deal. For when they did manage to like stack and work their way back to mid.
Yeah.
But
I do wonder if, when you start the lids in a TVT and then you see your opponent going heavy bio to counter it, I almost would like to see him maybe make some more Reapers or something just to keep the Marines off the lid.
I don't know. Well, for sure, if I was Andrei early on, the moment I had 4 Liberator, like, you have all of the Liberator you would ever need with 4, right? And then at that point, if your opponent is choosing to fight you with Marines, like, yeah, you can just start adding Reaper and you're fine. But I would say that, say for example, in like Temilian's lane, right, where he was fighting Joe, I think, like, obviously this wasn't an option for Joe because he was behind, right? He's fighting through leak. But let's say you're a little bit more, fighting at mid lane. I think the only thing to do when your opponent makes just a couple Liberator, like just 2 Liberator, the only thing you can do is just make 2 Liberator of your own, right? Because, like, there's no unit that you can make that will fight 2 Liberator and kill them faster than those Liberator will kill the majority of your army, right? So, it's almost like...
Cleaning up
I know. Because, like, 6 or 7 libs are technically living, but then, like, while Alien's army is fighting, all the rest of them die. But again, I don't want to keep saying it, because for one, I know that there are people who disagree with me about putting the Phoenix directly front, but I mean, I've already said it, so.
Nova's doing a good job of pulling, half of Joe's army to the side.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he gets like a big concave onto like Joe's flank. But hey, everyone at this level plays really well. People don't mess up. They know what to do. They gain every little advantage they can grab. I will say Andrei is sieging well. You know,
Yeah.
he's sieging well. It doesn't matter because he saves all of his libs and then they just like slowly die.
Yeah, it is weird. I mean, I was ready to say at the beginning of this series that, you know, Andrei, they usually have him play kind of more of a safe bio, but they've been relying on him to do the T2 work today.
I think he had a fine open.
Yeah.
I really do. I think he just needed to like make either Reaper or he kind of just needed to do anything other than continuing to make like 7 Liberator. Like the real strength of the Liberator is that it forces out certain units out of your opponent, right? They have to fight it. So they basically have 3 options, right? Because you're not going to go tier 3 right away for Thor. You're going to go either Marines, right? Stay tier 1, go Marines. Or you're going to go tier 2 and make Raven or Viking. So because you know you're going to force out those units, you don't need a ton of Liberator. You just, you know, like pay attention to what your opponent's making and then start making units to fight those extra, you know, like lib fighting units.
Right.
Okay, I do like to see these Immortal. The nice part is, so because Alien's been making a good amount of Immortal to help him fight Nova, they also fight Thor. So, it doesn't look so bad when he's fighting the Terran. It actually looks quite good. He cleans out all of the Terran, and then hurts the Protoss. You know, the problem is that after he does a pretty decent job with like the tools that he has, Joe's just in a TVT, right? He's just in a mirror, and any amount of damage that he takes is just like devastating.
Right.
Like again, he saves so many Liberators in the PvP. This would kill so much of Nova's army. Okay, it just so happened that the Phoenix kind of didn't die to the Marines this wave. So now it looks pretty good.
I mean, if you can get the stuff.
Looks really, really good. I would like to see some strong sieges out of them. And they are some strong sieges. Nova's doing a good job avoiding the lib zones, though. Yep. That's all he's got to do. He's just got to avoid them.
Yeah.
25 minutes. Armies speed up now. I think the time for stacking libs is probably over.
Yep. The top team got at least one scan on the bottom team's gas, so I think they're all pretty comfortably gassing.
Yes.
To prevent
Yeah,
any
for sure.
mineral win, but
Yeah, they've been
Usually
across
these-
mid basically the whole game. They didn't even lose their bunker this game like they did in the second game.
right.
So
It's like
I don't know exactly what happened here. Weird mothership.
with the BM mothership out there.
Oh, I can't type into chat. Oh, well, because I'm not part of the party. I was gonna say you pay extra for that. You know, it's a budget mothership. Okay, it doesn't even have cup holders. That's how cheap he had to go. I mean, decent sieges. Like, he does have to re-siege, but that's fine. Again, I don't know. I'm thinking back to the early game. It looked to me like the bottom team was doing basically everything right. You know, Alien had the composition to get the blink backs. He was stacking with Joe. You know, Andrei basically had a composition where he could control how much of the enemy army he killed, right?
Yeah.
And I think the real issue was like all at once, Jurzal just he was making the right composition, right? He was just massing Marines. And eventually, he just crushed through Andrei. And he crushed you with, like, not like a little bit. Like, not like a small amount. He crushed through, like, right at the time when Alien was no longer pure Stalker, right? Alien opted to go tier 2.
Yeah.
Alien couldn't get a blink back off the Stalker because he wanted to save his Disruptor. And it just wound up being game ending, you know? Like at some point in time, Andrei just needed to like make the units that he needed to fight the Marines a little better.
Yeah, once you see those Marines, you know, at first the libs will stay alive, but you know, you're able to make 4.5 Marines for every Liberator, so eventually that
for sure
scales and is able to wipe through.
Yeah,
so.
And like the money you spent on 8 Marauder early on just like eventually gets dwarfed.
Right.
You know, like at first it's a huge amount of your army composition, but over time it becomes a tiny amount of your army composition. Killing all the Stalker is good. You know, it's gonna help him get directly to the carrier. But
you still got that TVT.
Man, the carrier still just kill the Marines.
Yep.
They DPS down Marines so quick. And then like all that's left are Thor. It's just like but they're going to continue to try to stack. Okay, Alien's already on 4 gas. Looks like they're going for gas rush, and hoping that the other team stays on 2 gas. Because I will admit, when they started buying gas, they did get gas faster than the top team. I don't think they'll be able to take the game based on income because they have been behind the entire time. Again, they never even won the opponent's bunker.
Yeah.
But I think they're just dead.
Strike upgrades start kicking in, just those bio.
Oh yeah, you're like right at your opponent's door.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
The top team got all strike 2 upgrades. I think just 1. Looks like now 2 of the bottom team. Just picking it up.
But they're doing it. Temilian's still just adding Viking. He's doing a good job, really trying to put some damage down onto the air. I think, and again, yeah, I've said this before, I think that Liberators actually fight Thor pretty well. So I actually don't mind seeing the Viking. You know, like when you have that many Liberator anyway, they do a decent job fighting Thor. You know, like sure, maybe if Alien waited longer to go tier 2, he might have been able to blink back more, but I can't even necessarily say that I dislike what he did, because they were very comfortably winning mid over and over again every wave.
Yeah.
And I think he made a command decision to say, you know what, it's time to just like start making units that can help me push. And it just so happened to be that like when he dropped his non-stalker units, that happened to be when like Andrei started to fall apart in his TVT.
Yeah.
Like you know, it felt like just the luck of it, you know, like it just happened to happen that way. Oh my god, so many of the Liberators going down. But yeah, sometimes that's the way it goes. Like oftentimes, again, games where you have a Protoss and 2 Terran, it's like the first 5 minutes like are the whole game. Like whoever loses bunker first very often just dies.
Yeah.
It's really, really hard to come back. You got to play those first few minutes as sharp as you can. You got to play like the whole game depends on that bunker. Okay, yeah, it's gonna die.
That's it. Yep.
That was a really good game out of both teams. They fought at mid really hard. That was actually one of the better mirror matchups for TPT I've ever seen.
Just so the teams know, if any of you go Zerg, I will commentate heavily in your favor. So just a thought if we go
Yeah.
5.
It's true, and as an added bonus, I'll be quiet the whole time, so you'll get just the smooth sounds of thunder,
I'll just be
giving
talking
you
about Zerg
all
the
the
whole time.
praises. Yeah, you just be like.
So we got Andrei going tier 2 right away in the first position here.
Okay,
He's
Temilian.
like Joe going for the bio. So I guess they might try to get that mech PT stat going, I guess.
Temilian's he's opening Marines in his TVT.
Okay.
I mean, I guess.
So
I guess maybe the only thing you could be afraid of is Joe would tier 2 him.
Yeah, I think he might be expecting tier 2.
I don't mind it.
Because a lot of times, like, the
I don't mind it.
PT will try to
Joe
go
does
for...
do that. Sorry, what?
I was going to say, a lot of times the PT will try to go for bio, with the PT stack instead of mech, so maybe they're expecting Joe to go tier 2.
Hmm.
But... he'll obviously see the Marauders here, and...
Yes. Now, the very first wave, Marines do win. Okay.
Yeah.
But after that...
we'll see some Reapers from Joe.
I don't know. Yeah, for sure. Wow, he's already killing adepts. But no build out of Jurzal. Looks like Jurzal might opt to go air. I know Jurzal prefers air. He's very comfortable with specifically his Raven micro. I think is quite strong. He does a good job zoning out dangerous units like Templar. In the mid game, he does a good job microing his Raven abilities so that the Stalker don't get free blinks against, say, like Interference Matrix. He is one of the few players I think has a very dangerous air Terran composition. So also Andrei is opting for air Terran. His tier 2 is finished, and he's waited until wave 3 to build. So let's see what happens here. I mean, again, kind of like I can't remember if it was the first or second game. I wouldn't mind Alien just going pure Stalker. Like, whoa.
So we got 5 Banshee out of Jurzal.
Oh, no. Alien's tier, he's in the 3rd lane. Never mind. I thought he was first the other stuff. That was a good scan. It was definitely on time.
Not going to get him in time, though.
Oh, yeah. There's so many. But you know what? That's life. We'll see if Andrei can manage to kill enough Stalker so that his bunker doesn't just go down.
They might have been expecting
oh my god
from Andrei, but obviously the Banshees aren't going to do anything to Lib Raven, but
they are going to hurt the bunker though. Yep. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. The bio versus bio coming up after is So
yeah,
I think bunker's dead. Bunker's down.
T1 Protoss, you can pretty
I don't even know why did he not sell his sentry? Could be blinking back right now.
No. Yeah, I mean Nova's able to sell his adepts for a pretty good chunk of money back and can still deal with the
oh yeah, for sure,
pretty effectively.
Yeah, Nova's pure Stalker immediately. Like he knows exactly what to do. I don't even. What's the point of the sentry? Without a scan ahead. Okay, they do scan ahead so he can siege. I like that. Like that a lot. I would love to see.
I think these libs are gonna stay alive.
I'd love to see him unsiege the libs the moment the Stalker blink away. He lets them unsiege on their own.
Tough thing is though, the libs are surviving into Mass Marine, which
pure Marines. Yeah.
It's not great.
Okay, Alien is back blinking. The sentry is keeping him from.
So we see the top team
being able to take full advantage, but
each has a gas here now. So
Jurzal has gone into pure Marauder to follow up the Banshee. It is so strong. I gotta tell you, Jurzal definitely played that exactly the way he needed to.
Yeah.
that's exactly what you want to follow up the Banshee with. I see a lot of players, they'll make, they'll start making, like Liberator. And then it's like, you kind of already have units that the Stalker fight pretty well.
Yeah.
But instead, he just makes units that just DPS down Stalker real fast.
Well, so last year we saw Agreed with his Ravager build, and this year the new meta is going to be Banshee.
Joe's still on 0-0. I don't know about that. 0-0 is so... he's 0-0 versus 2-2. It's pretty rough. Alien is opting to make Immortal versus Banshee and Marauder. Don't know about that.
Yeah.
I probably would have just kept making Stalker to blink back. And stack up with Andrei. Nova's doing a great job avoiding the lib zones again.
Yeah, I don't like playing Liberated versus Nova.
Joe must be planning to sell. He must be leaving the option open to sell. But I don't know if that's a good idea, because like right now, they're technically stacking Liberator, and he could win. Like, he could just straight up win if he bought upgrades, but he's just going to get completely torn apart by 2-2. But I know for sure Joe isn't like I don't think he's missing it. He's not bad. I think he's just leaving the door open to sell for like BC or something if he really has to. I mean, I don't blame him. Like, they're on their last game. It's 2-1.
Yeah.
The 3-1 will do it. They're on match point. And man, I would have loved to have seen Alien sell that sentry forever ago.
I'm sure Nova appreciates the anti-armor plus matrix on those Lib Ravens. Makes it easy.
Sorry, my dogs went insane. Oh boy. Nova has Storm out now, so he's going to be able to really hurt Joe's bio.
Yep.
Again, Joe's still on 0-0. He's gonna sell for sure.
Yep.
I know he is. So the question is,
they're waiting for it too. So.
What they're gonna sell into is he going to I mean, Andrei's already, he might just go for pure Raven. I don't know. I would go for pure Raven, I guess. They're going to opt to start gas rushing.
Yeah.
Right away. They're already on 5 gas. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. If they manage to get their gas up really fast, the other team stays in 0 gas for too long, it's possible.
Yeah.
Like, let's say they're more than 2 gas ahead of, let's say like all of them get on 3 gas, I don't know. If you reach the the 20 or the 25 minute mark, all they would have to do, like the bottom team couldn't even catch them anymore. All they would have to do is not lose the game.
Yep.
Okay, Alien was the one who opted to sell. Why? And maybe Joe's gonna sell for BC to go with the carrier. I don't know. I don't understand. Also, I do not get this. Why you would ever reveal the carrier on 0 attack. Like, the moment you reveal the carrier, you need to push out and take mid. Because otherwise, now they're just going to start adding units to kill it. And you're on +1 attack versus +2 armor units. Like, your DPS is just so bad.
Yeah, that's a tough one there. I think it might have been a little early for the sell there.
Okay, Joe sold for full Raven. That's what I thought he might do. I don't mind it. I think the full Raven is the best move. Nova's Templar are going to absolutely have a field day, though.
Yep.
Nova's already got carrier as well. Like, Nova in the previous games, he got +3 attack for 2 carrier. Like, you need that, right? Your carrier deal
I think this could be it right here.
almost twice as much damage. Like, it doesn't matter. Okay, he's on +3 attack. Yeah. You know what? It was a good series. I'm not even 100% sure what went wrong in this game, but everybody played really well.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what went wrong in this game. You had 2 Terrans that were 2. I guess just the Banshee. The Banshee did it, right?
Say the Banshee, can catch you off guard. Like, even if you have a scan, it's tough for the stalkers to take them all out before the scan expires, and they're just.
That's a good point. Yeah.
What's up, guys?
Hey, how you doing?
Hello. Are we alright?
Hello.
Who do we got here?
Yeah, that was an amazing series. That last game ended pretty fast, but the games that were before that, man, that could have gone either way for a long time. Those were some serious fights for mid.
Yeah, it was interesting games. Like, it was back and forth. We lost in the early games, managed to stack back somehow.
Yeah. Especially, I think the game that was most interesting for me was the full mirror, the TPT. I was not 100% sure. Like, even when one team was kind of like pushing across mid, it was still I gotta tell you, at first, Nova, I thought you made a big mistake by making the Zealots early. I was like, I don't know why he's doing that. But you know what? In the end, it worked out. Like, you guys still managed to stack and win, so.
But you don't remember, Readoubt? That's what I'm known for. Making Zealots in PvP.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Well,
you don't remember back in the day?
No, I don't remember.
Like 1-2 years ago?
I don't know. Was that what? Is that because you did it in like the tournament from like the year ago?
And the other GDSL tourneys, yeah. Like one of the first tourneys, I think, GDSL. I went. I've gotten a lot of Zealots before.
All right, nice. Well, more power to you.
Zealots are OP.
Yeah, PvP
So
Zealots
are
really
actually very good in PvP. Yeah, there's not many units that fight Zealot like efficiently. Right,
So
like
that
Archon to fight them, but
it's like a Protoss Zergling.
it is. Yeah, no, you're right, and we know Protoss struggles with Zerglings. So,
Congrats, guys! I
know. Anyway, you guys did a great job.
That
I thought
last
that was
game,
really interesting.
Jurzal, tell me, was it the plan all along to go Banshee, or did you just see an opportunity and take it there?
We practiced together with Charm and we kind of tried to strategize a bit, and we asked a bit of help because we got wrecked by 4-0. And the way basically it was like, okay, Potatoes are doing TPT all tournament long, so we need to figure that out, and basically Protoss determines who has the advantage. So it's either mirror or advantage or disadvantage. So if we have disadvantage, then okay, what kind of wrench we can throw in the rims to just push off the standard kind of a strat.
Yeah, well, it looked like
but basically Banshee was like Joe was doing Banshees, and who else is doing Banshees? So it actually works out if it's like unexpected.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it looked like he executed well.
Yeah, and then Joe, I think Joe was kind of confused about it because after he saw the Banshees, he sold the Adepts, and then like.
Well, Joe wasn't the Protoss. It was,
sorry.
I forget who it was. It was Alien. Alien was the Protoss.
Okay, so Alien.
Yeah,
Alien,
it was good to sell the Adepts. I would have liked to have seen him sell the Sentry too.
No, but then Jurzal and Mass Marauder. So when you saw the adepts, you're all stalkers, and then the marauders attack the stalkers, and it's even worse.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that basically what you did won the game. There's no doubt about it. In the previous matchups or the previous games, your matchups were played in a way where the games were very close for a long time, and then slowly one team gained enough of an advantage that because it's double Terran and Protoss for both teams, once you sort of lose mid, it's very hard to come back. So in that game, you did exactly what you needed to do. You had a surprise composition, you gained an early game advantage, and then you just steamrolled that into a victory. So
yeah,
the Banshee Open was great. Following it up with Marauder was really good.
I gotta back Jurzal here. Like we lost 4-0, so it's like okay, then we gotta go back to the mountains, back to the waterfall. Start
yeah,
back to that
training.
Yeah. Sit cross-legged, shirtless under the water, and just try to figure out what went wrong.
Exactly.
But again, the thing is, I think even with the Marauder follow-up, if Alien had sold a Sentry and got like nice full blink backs, I think he would have done a better job fighting. But he just, he wasn't really in a position where he could like blink back and try to lean on the bunker to help him out.
I think it would work if it was bio after that.
Bio. I don't know what it. No, I think he faced a.
If you blink like Stalkers and you have like Marines, then Marauders don't do that big damage, and you can kill Banshees way faster.
Yeah, that's kind of my point. Is like Banshee aren't actually like the best like fighting unit. They're not really like a combat unit, right? Their advantage is if you only have one scan. If it takes you forever to kill them, your scan's gone, and then okay, now there's Banshee shooting you, right? So like even just the bunker would have allowed him to have detection, right? If he was fighting closer to bunker. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think what Jurzal's trying to say is like if Stalkers would have stacked with like bio, the wave after would be bio, then it would be like stronger. But then like the wave before the wave after was T2 Terran, Raven Lib, so the stack wasn't gonna be that strong.
Oh sure, I see what you're saying. That is a good point, because there's not really anything to help fight the Marauder, right? The Marauder fight turrets, they fight Stalker.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a very good point. Yeah. I say you made the right choice based on the composition, and it really worked in your favor in that last game. In the previous games, I think that just came down to everybody was playing really strong. There was a mistake. I can't even necessarily say that there's like this like glaring mistake that took place on either side. It's one of those things where, once you sort of gain that advantage, you win your wave by just like a few units. That stacks into the next wave. That little bit, it's sort of like it just like cascades. In particular, like in your because you're both two Terran and a Protoss, you don't necessarily have like a Zerg or something to sort of like break the dynamic. So once one team starts to gain an advantage, it tends to snowball into a victory. So I think that's basically what I observed happen in the previous games. But in that last game, Jurzal just had the right cut. Like he just did exactly what he needed to do to have the best composition to just like take the game.
Jurzal did the big brain plays.
It's true. Yeah, I would say that game was very clearly won on the third lane.
We put in a lot of work in preparation. Like that's the results that we have is that the games are won not
you
today.
Say that,
the games,
but
games
I know
are
you won it.
The games are won before in the practice, like in the drawing board and strategy. Like that's why we lost versus GKT like 4-0 because we were like half prepared, half baked, and then we come and get wrecked.
Oh sure. Yeah.
So
well, I mean, you say that,
humble
but
down.
I know for sure that you just won that entire series, so you can't fool me.
Yeah. Well, there's another one, another try, second life.
Yeah, you did good.
Well, yeah, congratulations. I hope we're going to see 14 games out of the next series. Is that right?
Mhm.
'Cause you gotta win what,
In the
two
same-
best-
in the
two
same
best
day.
of sevens?
Huh? It's gonna be 10 games, right?
10 games, all right.
No, it'll be 8 because they're gonna 4-0
Yeah.
right back, right? Come on now.
Sure.
Where's that confidence?
Benches every game.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they're right.
I'm sure they
Oh,
won't
but,
expect this a
But
fourth
Potatoes
time.
played well. Potatoes played well. We have huge respect
They did
against
play
their
well.
playstyle
Hmm.
because we watched all the previous replays and all previous games. Like TPT is so strong, it just rolls over.
Yeah, we really had to prepare hard for
Yeah.
this one.
So we
Like,
just ditched TTZ, we ditched like Zerg at all, and we just okay, let's play with their own weapons, kind of a thing.
Yeah, my
You know,
boys.
I think it works out because that is the TPT is a matchup where when you fall behind, it feels real bad. You know, at least if you have a Terran followed by a Zerg, you kind of feel like you do have a game plan, which is to stack and come back. But when you're TPT, it comes out of the gate swinging, right? It's very strong for the first few waves, and when you win mid and you take your opponent's bunker, you just leverage that into like don't give up the lead, right? But when you fall behind, it feels like there's nothing you can do, right? You just feel very dead.
It's like you are dreaming and you're trying to punch somebody and you can't. It's just get your hands.
Yeah,
pushed.
you're trying to run away and your legs don't work. You know, they're just
Yeah.
fucking. So, you guys did what you needed to do. You fought really hard, took that early game advantage in the majority of the games,
Mhm.
and leveraged that into a win.
Yeah,
So
thanks.
it's definitely a high stakes, high reward sort of matchup that you guys had.
Yeah. Well, I have to thank you guys for casting, and thanks Nova and Temilian for putting work in. Like it all worked out.
Of course, yeah, those were fun games to watch. You guys, everybody played really well. All of those games were very close.
I
The
hope
last
the
game,
viewers
maybe arguably.
Yeah,
I hope
we
viewers
took-
had some entertainment as well.
we took Grand
Oh, for
Potatoes
sure.
really seriously.
Those were some of the
you know, like-
fun. Was
Like-
that Nova?
I was saying that we took Grand Potatoes really seriously. Like we know that they were gonna be really tough. So
Oh,
we,
for sure.
we-
Yeah, they're
we really
dangerous.
put in the
Absolutely.
work. Like Jurzal Tem absolutely like put in the hours. We all did, and it paid
Yeah,
out.
I was actually really impressed with Andrei's tier 2 Terran. I thought he did a good job sieging. I thought he just had like really good control. Especially, I didn't know, right? I wasn't super familiar with Andrei's like Terran mech play.
Yeah, I was
So
expecting
when
that
he
Joe was
made
gonna
it
go.
and he actually did a good job, I was impressed.
We were expecting that Joe was gonna be T2 player there.
Yeah, you know, again, exactly. But turns out Andrei, you know, he actually performed. So I can't even necessarily say that like a game was lost because, you know, Andrei didn't siege right or anything along those lines. I think all players played really well, and everything sort of came down to that early game. Yeah, small things,
Advantages, yeah.
and then they just snowballed because the matchup is 2 Terran and a Protoss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go. Have a great evening.
Congratulations. We're excited to
And
see
Congratulations,
the
guys.
finals here.
And we'll try to schedule the grand finals quite soon, so we don't go into Christmas. But it's gonna be rough. Weekends are
Yeah, it's a rough.
rough
Good
weekend.
evening, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
All
job, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
GG's.
Yep.
Thanks,
Bye, guys.
everyone, for putting
Bye
up
now.
the streaming pains. I got this all set up like half an hour before the game started, so I know it's
No
probably
worries.
not the
It's like
best,
commenting
but
here in
Thank,
GDSL.
thank you for streaming, man.
Yeah.
It's commenting here.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right. Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
See ya.